All right, let's get into your stock picks, starting with you, Victor. Where are you seeing opportunity at the moment?
So stock pick for me is a US-based restaurant company. I'm feeling kind of hungry, so I'll talk about a food business. Uh, you may have heard of Chipotle in the US. So Cava is a fast casual restaurant business in the US. It's small. The cuisine that it serves is the Mediterranean cuisine. And the Mediterranean diet is the most recommended diet by dietitians. What's attractive about Cava is not only does it have a great product, its in-restaurant service model is similar to Chipotle's, the assembly line model. Its food is very tasty. I know of Americans who drive 20 minutes to a Cava when there's a Chipotle just 5 minutes away. So attraction in financial terms, it's got a long growth runway. At the moment, it only has about 370 odd restaurants. That's 10 times fewer than Chipotle has, and its goal is to get to 1,000 restaurants by 2032. So that's about a compound annual growth rate about 15% over the next 7 years or so. So nice growth runway. On profitability, its restaurant level margins are between 23 and 25%, approaching Chipotle's level, so attractive economics. Revenue per restaurant as well as just 10% below that of Chipotle. So the balance sheet also is strong. It's sitting at $300 million of net cash. So it's a good growth story, good management. It listed about a year or two ago in the US. So it's an interesting one to watch. However, they always say beware. There's always execution risk. Beware the next something. While I say maybe the next Chipotle, those things don't always turn out that way. But it's a very interesting stock.
All right, and then what about you, Ricus? Where are you hanging your hat today?
There's a company that we spoke about a little bit earlier, Sirius Real Estate. Not because you spoke of it earlier. I was looking at Growth Point's results, where Growth Point is busy doing a lot of reorganizing, getting rid of suboptimal properties and trying to increase spend in other places. And I was thinking, why now? I mean, if you guys should have seen this coming. And it made me thought of Sirius, which is an extraordinarily well-managed property company, mainly focused in Germany, where they continuously evaluate opportunities, upgrade in conjunction with whomever's occupying those buildings, which is mainly concentrated in the industrial space, upgrading them, selling them, looking for opportunity and disposal. It's an actively managed property company that's with an outstanding track record in, unfortunately, a very low growth area, which is Europe and Germany. What has changed is, as we mentioned, defense spending increasing in Germany in particular. Now, when I hear that, I normally, when I hear Germany is increasing defense spending, I normally get quite nervous about that. But be that as it may, it should have a huge effect on the German economy, and specifically Sirius, with their concentration in industrial properties and their good management track record. I don't think it's necessarily cheap at current prices, but considering that their growth environment is about to change, they are very well positioned to partake in that growth.
All right, gents, let's leave it there. Thanks so much for joining me this afternoon. That was Victor Seanie from Benguela Global Fund Managers and Ricus Reeders from PSG Hole in One Ruimsig. Do remember that Stockwatch pre-records on a Monday and Wednesday at 1 p.m. and is live at 6:30 p.m. on a Tuesday and Thursday, while Stockwatch this week is live at 12:30 p.m. on Fridays. Keep that in mind and keep your questions coming. For now, that's all from Stockwatch this week, but do stay tuned for lots more coming up right here on Business Day TV.